When I wrote that note, I thought I was following the ethics rules, with the exception that I had not asked permission to produce the book.
Why didn't you ask permission?
I felt that the book would be subject to extensive review and probably would not get published in the centennial.
So you made a conscious decision to not ask ethics because you thought that you wouldn't get the result that you ultimately wanted. Mr. Jarvis, when you were asked about this by the Inspector General, this is what you said, and I'm going to quote, "Would I have done the same thing? Probably. I think I knew going into this there was a certain amount of risk. I've never been afraid of risk. I've gotten my ass in trouble many, many, many times by the Park Service. By not necessarily getting permission, I've always pushed the envelope." And then you go on from there. That is your quote, correct?
That is my quote.
And now you're apologizing because we're essentially having a public hearing.
No, I apologized a long time ago, long before this hearing, and I apologized directly to the Secretary and to the leadership of the National Park Service. And that was a mistake, and I fully own it. We have taken action on the individual at Cape Canaveral. His commission has been removed, and he's been removed from the position of Chief Ranger.
When did that happen?
I do not know the exact date.
I mean, is it in the last couple of weeks?
No, I don't know. Honestly, I can get back to you, but I do not have that information.
We're having a hearing about this. I mean, it's in her written testimony. You don't know the disposition of this person?
I know that his commission's been removed. That's all I know.
When his commission's removed, does he still work there?
He is still an employee.
Where?
At Canaveral.
So there's how many sexual harassments does it take to fire a federal worker? Or even get to your point where you even recommend somebody being fired. This is a group of 50 people. There's 3 substantiated allegations, and he still works there. The guy should be arrested. He should probably be in jail. He should at least be fired, and you should at least try to fire him. But you don't do any of that. What does that say to the women there? How would you look them in the eye? You know, I got 2 daughters about to enter the workforce. I got a daughter and a daughter-in-law entering the workforce. And I don't want them to go and deal with the scum that is in your department and your agency. Because that sexual harassment as a percentage of their workforce is so detrimental. And I put it on your shoulders to hold those people accountable. And at least try. At least go down fighting. At least let them know, you know what, I got your back. Because sexual harassment, it ain't going to stand in my department, in my agency. But I don't see any of that. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. And you've had dozens of situations, and you've made no recommendations to try to do that. So don't complain that the system is failing you. You're failing the system. Your leadership is lacking.